Greetings and welcome to my little internet convention. I am the professional alien, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about parasocial relationships. And we're going to watch a video. I don't know if y'all have seen this video of this guy. I don't really know his name actually, but there's this guy who recently approached Logan Paul, and he kind of made a TikTok or whatever about it. And he's like crying his eyes out. He's really upset because he approached Logan Paul backstage illegally because he did not have permission to be back there to ask Logan Paul for a job. And the entire purpose of this video is essentially that this man is grown, okay? He quit his $100,000 job 2 days prior to go to an event that Logan Paul was going to be at to beg this man for a job. And I think what gets me the hardest about it isn't the fact that he committed so heavily to driving to Logan Paul to ask for the job. It's the fact that he truly believed that he would get said job doing whatever it was, because that's what blows my mind the hardest. So with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the video. Last week or so, I've watched some videos from various creators, Kelly Stamps, Chloe Ting, Jenna Brown, all talking about kind of the more negative things that come with being an internet creator. And for me, it wasn't until maybe in the last year or so that I've even seen creators speaking about parasocial relationships and kind of how toxic they can be. And most of that, for me, was coming from Kelly Stamps and some of her experiences. So all of these creators kind of talked about recently how they've had to deal with things such as stalking, harassment, and even cyberbullying, to the extent of having to close down their comments and pursue legal action sometimes in certain situations, all because people create this image of them in their mind of who they are. And it doesn't matter that they may not be these people. It doesn't matter the fact that these people literally created these versions of these people, in their minds. It just matters to the individual, the person that they've created in their mind for these people. And it's to the point that many creators are starting to leave their platforms, and I don't blame them, because come on, y'all gotta relax, okay? You should not be approaching people asking them for their phone numbers that you've never met in your life, or really kind of demanding it because you just feel like they should give it to you because you've been following them for years. You shouldn't be jumping in people's inboxes, calling them out of their names, And it's kind of disgusting just how detached from reality it seems like a lot of media consumers are right now. But I don't know, it's kind of like you almost create this. It's kind of like people almost create this god tier pedestal for their favorite creators, and sometimes it's to the creator's detriment. So we're gonna watch this video, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all this video, and then we're gonna talk about it a little bit. So yeah, give me just a second. 1 sec.
Wait, it's a story. I'm interested.
It's a story. I just talked to Logan Paul. I mean, he was just being nice, and I get it, media, whatever, he has to be nice. Before I approached him, he was bragging about making $3 million. I make $100,000 a year. I'm 22, I do make $100,000, that's cool. And I wanna act, I wanna do these things. I'm having a breakdown right now. Oh, I'm sitting in the cast. I don't even know what to do. I did come up here by myself. I do have family, but we're not the closest. And I don't have really close friends. There's millions of people trying to do what I'm trying to do. Just watch the clip, okay?
Did you sneak anything?
No, I didn't. I quit my job. No.
Wait,
It's a story.
I'm interested.
It's a story. I quit my job legit 2 days ago. I came up here, took a risk. I'm originally from Ohio.
Did you sneak up here?
No, I didn't sneak in here. I didn't sneak. What do you mean sneak up?
On stage? Or you just
Yes, I did.
It's one of the sneak
I'm
videos.
sorry. I just.
Did you print the ticket and stuff?
No, I just needed to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to your brother. I'm trying to talk about business. Trying to get a job.
Like I want to do media. I've been trying to get.
What are you good at?
I was 7 dances. I did like
What's your
that.
TikTok
I did that video. You know, like going like that. Yeah, you know.
Oh, so you really got what it takes.
I don't.
Then why would I
need
give
a
you a
mentor.
job? Well, why would I do that?
I want to be like. I'm 22 years old. I'm just trying.
I bet I can't be a mentor right now, right? In my life, I'm a fuck up myself. I need a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like I need
connections, and you need people be around you, right?
No, I didn't have connections and people around. I have Jake. That's it. Do you have a brother? Do you have people? Friends?
I don't.
Friends? You got friends. You got amigos.
I don't.
You don't have friends?
I don't. I swear to God. I'm here by myself.
Where are you from?
I'm from Norwalk,
Bro,
Ohio.
you're a good-looking guy, bro. You have friends, bro. You're fucking lying. You have friends. Go make content. Do stuff with your friends. I'm glad you quit your job. It takes balls to do that, bro. But like now you gotta act.
Try to make a step.
I'm not. Media. But I'm not the guy directly. Right?
You're the guy.
No,
you're the guy.
No, bro. My team is this. Relax, bro. Relax. I'm not the guy. Like life isn't about handouts. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm not trying to get a handout. I'm not trying to get.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to work hard for a little money. No money. I don't know. I can get a job somewhere else. All I want to move to LA. And I want to be able to be part of that.
Look, I have to go. If you really are serious about it, bro, you should move to LA. And just like you approached me, start making connections with every single person in LA. I'm serious. That's it. I've always said this. If you're charismatic and you can talk to someone, you can make it in LA.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's my advice.
Right. I quit my job. No.
So there are various things in that video that I like. Okay. So I'm just gonna try to stay on, because that video really got to me, y'all, and that's why I'm literally making a video an hour, less than an hour after originally watching it, because it pissed me off so much. Okay, first I'm gonna talk about privilege. And this isn't even necessarily a white privilege thing, but also it kind of is, but it's just privilege in general for just like a consumer, again, to a content creator's perspective. The privilege that you must have had, like that you felt like you had, to be able to be in a position to quit $100,000 job, to drive whatever amount of hours, to go and pursue this person, to ask them for a job, and then to literally tell this man, you have no skills, you don't have what it takes, you don't have anything that you've been building up for yourself. You can't even pull up like a social media portfolio for this man to show him, oh yeah, this is what I do. And you can't do that, one, partially because I'm assuming this man must not have any like consistent amount of content to even show off, but also because you decided to walk up already recording, which automatically sets you off for being like kind of full of shit. But also you started recording probably because you assumed that you were going to be given this job. And that's what I mean when I talk about privilege. You had so much confidence in yourself and in your ability to kind of talk this man into hiring you that you got up, left your home, left your job, drove however many miles to come and literally beg this man for a position, and you don't even know what position you're asking for. You're really just asking to be on camera with him. And that also plays into kind of like the delusions, that go on in people's mind, because why would you feel like you could approach this man, admit to the fact that you were on his stage illegally, okay? Because he asked you, how did you get backstage? Did you sneak up here? Oh, no. And he's like, well, how did you get back here? Oh, yeah, no, I did sneak in. So you illegally are approaching this man because you snuck behind what I'm assuming to be a pretty probably well-guarded, and maybe it wasn't that well-guarded area. And this is also one of those moments where I'm going to talk about the fucking dangers. Like, we're going to talk about the dangers of situations like that, because this man had enough dedication in his physique, in his body. He had enough dedication to go and figure out a way behind the scenes, backstage, to Logan Paul. Now imagine if this wasn't a man that was approaching for a job. Imagine if this was a man approaching to like unalive Logan Paul. He could have done it. He was that close. He was within reach of Logan Paul to have hurt him. And this goes right back into, when I brought up Kelly Stamps. Kelly mentioned in her video that she was out walking at like 1 a.m. when someone stopped their car in the middle of the street in traffic to get out and ask her certain questions about, oh, how did you do it? And then, oh, well, just give me your number. Have you ever actually met one of your favorite creators, like just on the streets ever? Do you live somewhere where one of your favorite creators is just regularly out and about and you bumped into him And how did you treat the reaction? Genuinely, how did you treat the reaction? Leave a comment below and let me know about that. And if you've never met one of your favorite creators, have you ever thought about what you would do if you did meet them and how you would react? And kind of even share that below, and I'll be able to tell you if it's a healthy thing to do or not, just because that would be fun. Well, no. Now imagine if these encounters weren't from, at least slightly sane people who didn't have negative intentions with these creators. Okay? Imagine if these were interactions with people who had the full intent of hurting them. They were close enough to do it. And sometimes we wonder, like, why are our favorite creators leaving? But as I mentioned before, I don't even know if I've really noticed it being talked about before, really creators of now, like how dangerous and how kind of like weird it is to be a creator, because people do, they make these weird assumptions about you. They create this personality for you, through your media, and then they expect you to live up to their expectations. And when you don't live up to their expectations, it can be dangerous. So parasocial relationships is defined as a kind of psychological relationship experienced by an audience and their mediated encounters with performers in the mass media. That is when you interact, when you Google parasocial relationship, it's going to tell you parasocial interaction, okay? Notice how the key word in this definition is mediated. Mediated encounters, meaning you get on YouTube, you see, hey, professional alien uploaded today, I'm going to go watch this video. You go and you watch my video, you enjoy my content, and then you're like, all right, cool. But then you continue to watch me maybe for a year, maybe for 2 years, maybe for 5 years. And you start to believe that you know me. You start to believe that you know my personality, you know the kind of person that I am. And to an extent, you do, because for the most part, these creators aren't lying about who they are through the internet. That's just their internet personalities. That's still a part of their personality. But you have to understand that they're just like there's layers to you, there are layers to these creators, and you never truly know these creators or what they're about. No offense, Jake and Logan Paul are ages 24 and 26 years old. They are only 2 to 4 years older than this man. And Logan Paul was right to say out of his mouth, like, why would I do that? I myself am not, no offense, you don't always know Logan Paul's names. For the most part, you don't know the Paul brothers' names until, they started getting into their, like, boxing and stuff. You didn't really know it in too many positive ways. There weren't many videos where people were bringing up the Paul brothers and it was, to give them a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. That's just not the case. So for Logan to even be able to come out and admit, like, I'm a fucker. I don't really have it together. Why would I mentor you? I need a mentor. And this guy's kind of like, oh, well, And I believe him, okay? I believe this man when he says he doesn't have friends. Not because I believe that he did not have friends before he decided to go on this little adventure of his, but because this man probably had friends who said to him, who he said, yeah, y'all, I want to go and approach Logan Paul and ask him for a job. I'm going to do it. He's going to be in this city, in this many days. I'm going to drive up there. I'm going to talk to him. He's going to give me a job. And his friends were probably like, that's stupid. That's not, and he probably got, this is my imagination of how this went. Hey, y'all, I'm going to go approach Logan Paul for a job. Oh, okay. When are you doing that? Do you have like a meeting or something? Oh, no, he's just going to be like, in another state, like, 18 hours away. I'm just going to drive up there and go see him and talk to him about a job. Don't you have work? Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to quit my job. Why would you do that? Why would you? I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should probably, maybe think about this a little bit differently. Absolutely not. Y'all are haters. Y'all don't really support me. You're not my real friends. My real friends would probably try to help me figure out how to get up there. And so now this man is sitting here, no job, probably friendless because he cut his own friends off because they didn't believe in his delusion with him. They didn't enable him. And now he's crying to TikTok because Logan Paul was a nice person and denied him a job that he didn't even know what the job was he was asking for. Like, it doesn't make sense to me for any person to get up at 22, first of all, at 22 years old, you're making $100,000 a year, and you're trying to chase behind Logan Paul because, oh, well, he was just bragging about making $3 million right when I walked up to him. So what? No offense, that's none of your business. You were eavesdropping on a conversation you should have never even been present for because you illegally broke backstage to approach this man for a job that you, like, what is the job? This just really brings more attention to what I feel like certain creators have already been saying. Y'all make up in your minds the way that you feel like people are, and you feel like that they have to live up to these expectations of who you believe that they are, and that's just not the case. And it really needs to, I don't even know if it needs to necessarily be discussed more, or if y'all just, like, I not say y'all, but I don't mean the people watching this video, hopefully it's none of y'all, but people need to understand that you can't just create this image of people and live and fester on what you think people are because of what you see in the media, and then feel like people are supposed to kind of treat you a certain kind of way or react with you a certain kind of way just because you're a supporter. Because that's dangerous, to say the least. It's dangerous for not only the creators, but for you. Because now imagine if this man had walked backstage, approached Logan Paul, and ended up like body slammed by a bodyguard because you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be this close to this man. And now he's got injuries that he feels like they should have to pay for, and you have no legal grounds to stand on for you to even try to sue these people or anything, because what you did from start to finish was illegal. It wasn't okay. And we've got to start really addressing the fact and calling more people out on the fact that, like, just because you see this person and you see this person in a certain light doesn't mean that they have to live up to that light. And they don't owe you anything to the extent that they should be giving you jobs, giving you their phone numbers, giving you their addresses, inviting you to personal events that they're going to with people in their lives that they know, that you just feel like you should be able to go to because, oh my God, I met you on the streets. I followed you for years. I love you. You should let me come with you. And it's just like, you're not a puppy. You're not some cute ass dog that I found on the street that I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take you with me. This is going to be great. No. But I just wanted to offer my think piece on that because I just thought that it was pretty ridiculous. Just the way that, and it's crazy because you kind of think like, this man at 22 years old has probably spent the last decade watching the Paul brothers, thinking like, I wish I could be like them, or I could be just like them if I tried. And rather than put his efforts and his, dedication, because clearly this man has some dedication. Clearly he has drive, okay? Hence why I'm gonna say that the drive is the reason he has the $100,000 job. Even though I mentioned white privilege before, that has probably nothing to do with him having a job. But, you clearly have the drive because you got up and you went to these lengths to go and see Logan Paul, but you're applying it in the wrong directions. And that's where you kind of lose me because it doesn't make any sense. So I say all that to say, give your faves some space, give them a break. If you see people being nasty to them or anything like that, I'm not saying you got to jump in or anything, but like, pay attention, especially to maybe even your own friends or yourself, and think about the way that you see these creators and really evaluate, am I seeing them in a way that is both healthy for me and them, or am I putting them on this pedestal that I've created in my mind that I feel like they should live up to, and therefore making it dangerous for me to continue to consume their media, and dangerous for them for me to continue to consume their media. Because if there's ever a point where you feel like you see your favorite creator and they owe you simply for the fact that, especially since a lot of people say this, well, we made them who they are, they wouldn't be making this money without us watching. And though that is true to an extent, they don't owe you anything. And that may be a hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth. They don't owe you anything. There's no reason that they have to give you anything. They don't even have to shake your hands or speak to you on the streets. And it's the same way that you wouldn't walk up to Beyonce because you've seen her at Chick-fil-A and ask her for, and also, like, I don't by Chick-fil-A. I don't eat Chick-fil-A, but that was just what dropped in my head. But you see Beyonce at Chick-fil-A and you're like, oh, hey, it's Beyonce. Hey, Beyonce, I can sing. Can you put me on your label? And Beyonce's like, I don't know you, strange person. Security, can you get this person? And then now you're asked out crying on TikTok because you thought that you could just jump into somebody's bandwagon and, you know, be a part of their lives, and that's not how it works. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say with that to that. Drink some water, be nice to your friends, don't stalk people and then expect them to give you jobs. And with that being said, that's all I've got. So yeah, Alien out.